Okay. Not ready, man.
Yeah.
Okay, ready. Okay, on the mic. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Parts came in for that for our new build, and I want to do a quick unboxing of some of the parts that came in for it. This is Take Frio CPU cooler. So it's a port CPU is up to 220 watts, so that's quite a bit of heat that this thing can support. It has two 120 millimeter fans, and it has I believe it has was it saying 8 heat pipes. So it does have a universal bracket or support brackets for AMD and Intel chipsets. So let's take a quick look at what's in here. Let's see. It's packaged really well because it's pretty heavy. The box is pretty heavy actually. So, oh, quick look in the back of it. A lot of good pictures in the back. It does come with a fan knob or fan controller, and the operational diagram, as it says here, it sits pretty high. So the radiator sits pretty high, draws heat up from the CPU, okay, and cold air comes in and takes cold air, blows out hot air. And it does come with both fans. So once we get this out, let me take a look at what it's. Here we have one of the 120 millimeter fans, and this is the fan that has the fan controller in it. And this 3-pin connector goes into the motherboard. Or here's the unit itself. Let's see. It seems we have a universal bracket kit here, and a lot of things in here. It seems. Here are brackets for the Intel chipset. I don't know which is which yet, but it seems like this will either be for 775 or 1156 to 1155 socket sets. And here's the back plating. It looks like this is an LGA series for Intel's. And they do give you mounts, rubber mounts and rubber pads for the second fan, so that I'll show you how that goes later. And this is the AMD mounting kit. But the reason why they give you those rubber mounts, and here's the unit itself, it's pretty big, and they did a good job packaging it because it's pretty heavy. So we have on one side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 heat pipes per side. So a total of 10 heat pipes going out. 5 here, 5 here, and it's going to sit in the case like this, and this will draw in cold air. And this fan, to make it optimal, we will connect it like this, and we have a push and a pull setup. So this will be sucking in cold air. Hot air will be exchanged here, and it'll be blown out through the back of the CPU, so our back of the case. But it's a pretty nice unit. It's tall, but it's not too tall. It's not as huge as the Cooler Master V8, but it does a very, very good job in cooling too. So a lot of CFM flow here. But now that we have that, because I don't want to actually cut off YouTube has extended my recording time, so why don't we move this out of the way and do a quick unboxing of some really high performance RAM that will be going into the build too. This is G-Skill's, it's a 16 gigs kit, and it is the F3 1700 CL9 Q16 GB XLD kit. So it's I was reading that off on the back. So it has the serial numbering for, you know, all the DIMMs that come with it. It has their website here, telephone, fax, technical support, warranty, and this is the first time I've actually seen a G-Skill memory set come in with a big cardboard box. And as you see here, it says designed for the 2nd generation core processors and the P67 platform. And we have a P67 motherboard, the UD7, this the top of the line board from Gigabyte, and everything will be going in here with, for those of you who didn't see it will be going in there with a Intel Core i7 2600k unlocked processor. And that's why we need this massive heatsink, because the heatsink, since well, let's unbox this too. I don't have a real knife close to me. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a monster knife. I don't want to cut myself. But I'm gonna cut it on the side so that we can. The knife is a little bit dull.
Yeah.
A little bit, so. But let's pull out the. It seems like there's some taping inside. There we go. But the reason why we put the order in for the heatsink is because the heatsink Intel gives you is not very good. It's an awesome processor. So the Core i7 2600k is right here. That's about 330 bucks, people. But it's the unlock processor, meaning that you don't have to, if you're not an expert at overclocking, you don't have to mess with a lot of voltages and RAM timings and settings on the motherboard. So it's a very nice processor. It'll keep you pretty much future-proof to the point that if this is enough power for you right now, you don't have to overclock it. And in the future, if you do, just bump up the voltage and you know, change the multiplier, and you have a processor that goes. These have been known to go up to 5 gigahertz and over on water cooling. And if we're going to overclock this one, you can overclock it very safely to 4.5 gigahertz or more on a very high-end cooler like this cooler here. But the reason why we got that cooler is because of this. This is a terrible cooler. Very, very thin. This fan is going to make a lot of noise, and you can't overclock on this. It's good for stock speeds, but the paste is okay. It's better paste than what they used in the past, but we're going to be using Arctic Silver on this build because, again, Arctic Silver doesn't dry out, and I've actually seen things dry out in my days of repairing. So, how much time did we record?
7 minutes.
7? Okay, plenty of time. So why don't we open this one up? Now this RAM runs at such a high frequency that it comes with its own fans to cool off the DIMMs, and these are LEDs too, by the way, so they're going to light up blue, but they're going to attach over the DIMMs and they'll be on all the time. And they is functional because, again, these RAM sticks will run quite hot if overclocked, and strangely enough they package it in these foam dealies here, and we have a user's guide, the Turbulence 2 fan user's guide. So it's I imagine this is going to be the installation guide. This is a very similar fan that they use on their Flare, high-end Flare memory sticks that they sell too. So here we go, and they are packaged in a very unusual way, but I'm sure they do that so that doesn't get damaged or anything like that. But and we have the rip jaws. These are the new design rip jaws for the P67 motherboard. Technically speaking, it should work on any motherboard that takes DDR3 RAM. But with this amount of 2100 megahertz, you need a motherboard and a processor that can actually take advantage of that speed. So here we have 16 gigs of G-Scale rip jaw RAM, and it's a really nice board, PCB board too. It's black. So some rip jaws are in black, some are in green. I don't know why the differentiation, but it should match really well with the black motherboard. So, but thanks for watching, and when the computer is done and set, we'll do a final video to test performance.